Hi everyone! I'm here to give you a rundown of a couple of quick features in Epic that I think you'll find helpful. So I'm going to focus on just a couple of things because Epic has done a fantastic job of building a really intuitive platform, and I'm sure that you do not need me to explain how you scroll down the screen and see what options there are on the homepage. There's a lot there for you to explore. So I will draw your attention up here with me to the search bar at the top. I'm going to focus on that and then talk a little bit about my library here. Adventures is not that expansive, and Mailbox isn't either in this version. So Epic homepage and Explore are essentially the same thing. From here we can explore options that they have pre-selected for us, or we can search more specifically. So I'm going to click on the search bar here. And right away, when I do that, I have a lot more options pop up. So they know that I'm searching for something in particular. They want to give me some ideas. So I can look at interests that I have searched before, or I can look at all of the interests. And this is a great place to bring your student buddy if you are having a hard time drawing out of them what they're interested in, because there are a lot of options for them to choose from here. If they're interested in cooking or cats or big cats, obviously you can tell there's a lot to sift through here. So this is a great place to start. If you click on any of these, you'll find a lot of options, but you can also get some ideas from here and search them here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search snakes because why not? And I want to draw your attention to what happens when I hit the enter button here. I not only get a lot of options down here, a lot of covers to look at, which is nice because who doesn't like to judge books by their cover? But I also have a lot of filters here, and that's mainly what I want to draw your attention to. I have an age range that I can select from. That's helpful if you know the age of your student, but not more detailed information about where they are. That's a helpful starting point if you don't know where they are reading level-wise. But if you do know where they are, if the school or teacher has provided you with that information, you can filter books by reading level to find the right reading level or the right books for your student buddy. We want to set them up for success because, while we all feel better and learn better when we feel some success as well as challenge. So other leveling systems here, I'm clicking on that to find all of the different reading level systems that Epic uses to help us find books, because different schools, different teachers use different ones of these. Perhaps we use a lot of DRA, but perhaps your student has an F&P level that you've been brought to your attention. So you can click on, say your student has an E level, you can click on this range and it'll narrow down the options for you. And like I said, just set your student buddy up for success. This is still a book that it would be helpful for you to read to them, for them to hear you read to them, but they might also be able to help read it. So both of those would be helpful. Then you can layer these filters. So you can find a level range that would be helpful for your student, and then also if you wanted to learn some nonfiction books if you wanted to read some nonfiction books about snakes, you can clear the fiction out. Or you could say, I want a fiction book today, and I don't see any comic books here. We've narrowed it down a lot, but if you wanted comic books about a certain topic or something like that, you could choose that. There's also, of course, language options here, and you can sort by quiz. I wonder if there are any quizzes in this selection. Okay, great. So this is a fun option for you to use if you want a look, if you want to discuss comprehension with your student buddy after you've read the book together. So you can click on the perfect pet and double check down here on the first page of the book what the reading level is once it loads. Oh, we're at the end. Great, okay. So this is not that far above our E reading level, and this is a great place to start for our student. We can read the book together. And then, at the end, we won't know any of these answers because we went so quickly through it. But we will have this pop up and we can discuss these questions with our student buddy, help them understand how we come to our answers, see if they can answer some of these questions themselves, and just have some fun discussing what we just read together. So those are some features. I'm going to exit this quiz because, like I said, we don't know any of those answers. And bring you back to the beginning. Once you find a book, hopefully you're doing some of this searching before your meetings with your students so that you can maximize your time together. Obviously, that first meeting with your student will be an exception because you'll be getting to know them then and their interests and their levels. But say you found this book before your meeting with your student and you want to make note of it so that you can bring it up as an option when you see them next. You can click on the book and then heart it in the top left corner. And this book will now be findable in your library, conveniently with a similar heart icon. So now you can go to find the perfect pet when you next meet with your student buddy. One more thing quickly that I wanted to draw your attention to is that you can search by author, title, or keyword, as they suggest. You can search by interest, but you can also search by skill if you're working on something with your student. If they're, for example, having trouble identifying the sound that the diphthong PH makes, you can search phonics and just read a book that's fun, that emphasizes some helpful skills for your student. As you can see, these filters are still active. We can deselect some of these and widen our options, but searching phonics, I've found, has delivered some really interesting selections. So let me know if you find anything else that's cool and epic that I haven't mentioned. There's actually a lot that I haven't mentioned, but maybe I haven't heard about it yet. And feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and have fun reading.